Hey, welcome back to another Ask the inFlow Expert. I'm Khiry, I'm from inFlow Success Team, and today I'd like to go over printing from current stock records. So, we get a lot of questions all the time about, hey, I've set up my products and I need to now put labels on them. Or maybe you've gone through a little bit of the onboarding process, you're deep into inFlow, and you're ready to elevate things a little bit and you want to start, putting labels on there to describe many different things. um and you might have a little bit of trick figuring out, how can I do all of this all at once? Am I gonna have to go product by product and create labels? So I'm gonna walk you through a little bit of that. Don't forget, like, share, comment, subscribe, do it all. It's all super helpful. We love the feedback. It keeps keeping us very excited of doing these videos, and we love to hear what you guys are looking for. It really helps with the process of having to figure out, what does everyone want to hear? So we'll go over into a few little things. I'm going to quickly touch a little bit on like how you can first create a label. If you haven't had any experience with labels, remember inFlow does have this ability that you can create your own labels in the system. I won't go too in depth with that. Maybe there's another video that we can make that will go really in depth with how much things you can do into labels. Today I'm going to just focus on how to quickly make a label and then how we can print this off in a bunch of different products. And I'd also like to be able to show our beautiful inFlow printer, our portable printer that actually works on plugged in or even over Wi-Fi. Right now I have it hooked up to my Wi-Fi, so I'll bring that into the process when we get there. But it's a really great device, so again, if you are really new to the labeling kind of world, this might be a great thing that you can go to. We'll put in the description a link to our shop where you can get that label for yourself. So let's get started. Today, I'm always focusing on the Pokeballs. So today we're actually going to focus on just two here that we're going to print out. I might do something at the very end. So if you make it through this video, you might be in for a little treat. I'm just going to say that right now. So let's start with this first. So I'm going to just tackle a golden ball here. You might have seen in another video that I went and changed the name of this. So if you're a little confused of why this is called a golden ball, hey, there's another reason to go back and watch one of our videos. So we're gonna work on labeling our golden ball and our master ball here. So I got all the necessary tools. I got SKUs, I got a barcode on there, I got the category that it's in. This one we're really just going to focus on printing the name and a barcode. I think two of the most simple things that you want with a label, if you really want to be able to scan something out. And in this case I have one of the golden ball, and I have two, spread out a bunch of different locations, but I only have two of these in stock right now for the master ball. So what's going to be great when we get to our current stock screen is that we can either print out according to how much quantity we have of this product, or we can just do one per label. Maybe you have a box and you just want to be able to scan the outside of the box and just take one out. People do this in a lot of different ways. So let's go to our settings here. We're going to go under inventory. And we're first going to go to manage labels. If you haven't selected this area, it might say create labels. So you want to go into that first. Now, a little thing that I want you to also pay attention to, we'll link this as well, is if you've never printed with inFlow before, you may have to set up the inFlow print helper. It's just this little tool here. It allows you to log in. It lets you know when you're connected, and this will allow inFlow to connect to your personal printing settings. Or if you're setting up the portable printer, this will allow it to talk to that. It'll use your settings. We also have other videos if you're on Windows and Mac when it comes to the inFlow printer. So a lot of information in that, but it's very, very easy to set up. We have a lot of articles that go over it, and if you always need to reach out to our support team to get some help, or reach out to your CSM, we're always ready to help with questions like that. So I'm already started here. If I go in print setting, I have that check mark that's letting me know that everything is connected. So that looks great. There's the label printer details that you can get into there as well. So I'm going to go into manage labels. Now I have one set up already, but it's really easy to start making a new one. And we do give you a lot of templates in the beginning. So if you do hit a blank one, it's first going to just ask you for your width and height. In this case, I'm going to put in the portable printers settings here. which are 75 to 25 millimeters. And this is what it's going to set up for you, a little blank slate here where you can go and create what you need to. And then you have fields like text, where you can add the product name or the SKU, or if you want to pull the description. And whenever you're getting these blue fields, it's pulling that information from the actual products page. But you can also put in things like custom text, and that'll give you a different color, where if you always had the same type of detail on there, like, hey, hash, catch, all, you could go and put that detail in there, and that'll be on every single label that's on there, but that's not particularly coming from a product. So you have a lot of these different things, barcodes, the name, serial numbers if you're using them, vendor product codes. You can even put shapes and images that come from the product. So you have a lot of these details. You can even upload your own images if you want to, right? So a lot of different abilities of what you can do actually there. I'm going to close and not save that just because I already have mine here. And so right now how I have mine set up is that it's going to pull in the product name and the barcode and the SKU. In this case, I'm actually going to delete that to show you just a little bit of editing. So I want my barcode to be in the middle of the screen here. I'm going to also use my little alignment tool so I know it's in the center of my label. And I'm going to do the same for my text. I just want mine completely simple, keep it at right in the middle just so it's name, barcode. That's all I need in this case. And I'm going to hit save and close. I've also highlighted it to be my default label, so that way that's going to be the one that's coming up in my print settings first. If you were paying attention, you might have seen a little bit of what I'm going to get to at the end, but hey, if you want to go back and try to guess what that is, but don't worry, I'll fill you in at the end. So let's go into our current stock screen and let's start printing some labels. So in this case, I have a huge list of products, right? And of course, if you really wanted to do everything all at once, inFlow does give you the beauty of being able to do that. So I can go print labels, and here, everything that has a barcode, you might see that there's some products here that don't have barcodes associated with them, so it won't populate. But if I do have the right numbers in there for a barcode, you'll see a little bit of a preview in that area. Now you can see I have where it says my main label, that's my default one, so that's coming up right away, and my inFlow portable printer. But of course, if I wanted to change this to different, sorry about that, that's my little timer there. But if I did want to change it to a different printer, I could also do that as well. So, if I used to have a Dymo label here, so I could definitely throw that in there if I wanted to. And then this is where I can also play with my paper size. So right now, if I wanted to print one label per product out of all the products in my system, it would print 48 labels. So it's giving me that nice little indicator of that right at the beginning there. And you can scroll down and take a preview of all of those if you needed to. You can also play with the quantities if you wanted to. So if maybe you did need more than one on something, you can also set that as well. Or I have this option to do one per unit. So this is going based off of the quantity of products. So I currently have something like 3 bat suits here. So I could print a label from this screen so that all 3 of them are there. So really, really handy tool. But maybe that's a bit much. Maybe you wanted to do these things in batches. So I know a really good way of doing that is actually sorting this out by category. So in this case, I'm going to type in Pocket Monsters tools and apply that, and that then shortens it down to my master ball and my golden ball. If I go to print labels, now it's only telling me that I have to focus on those ones. In this scenario, I'm just going to only print one per product. Okay, so we have 2. I've verified my settings up here, and I'm going to hit print. And then I'm going to show you right here that this should start printing. There we go. There's one. And there's the label that is associated to it, and there's the second one. Perfect. It's going to tear that off, and I'll show you a little bit closer. Might be a little hard because the video's there. I know it's a bit smaller than the screen, but see what we can do. But we have those labels. They're printed. I can now stick these on whatever item I need to, and I can scan that in inFlow, and it's going to bring up the product that I'm talking about. And I find that super, super handy. So probably what some of you have been waiting for. I told you that at the very end of this video, I was going to do something a little bit special. So what I am also going to do is bring you to one of these products, and it's going to be this one here. So I'm going to go and show you this product. You might be able to read what that says, and I'm going to throw this into a category. You know what? Let's call it Pocket Monster Tools as well. We'll add this into the mix. And yeah, what it says at the top, comment below, win a prize, is very, very true. So if you made it to the end of this video, I would love if, tell us how you feel about this video, and we will choose somebody at the very end. We'll probably give it a little bit of time, see the comments that are on there, and we will select someone at random to win a lucky prize for your comments below. So let's go into our current stock. Let's go and let's print out that label, and this will also give me an opportunity of showing how I can switch between those. Oops, let's see, I may have not named that properly. Pocket Monster Tools, yeah, that's in our categories. We saved that. Probably just needs a second to refresh there. Let's go current stock. Let's bring that back. So I need to go back into my current stock. I realized what I was doing wrong, and of course I forgot to add some stock to that. So let's go and add one of these here. Let's hit save, and now we'll be able to bring that up into our current stock screen. So let me go back into my Pocket Monster Tools, apply that, and let's print that out. So let's go print labels. In this case, I'm going to do my special surprise. And let's print that out. Let's see if we can set that up. We can see now. So this label I printed has images on it, and I wanted to also just show what that looks like as well. And we're really only going to care about that first one at the top while that goes and prints. And yes, just so you know, again, comment below and win a prize. Thanks for sticking with us, and congrats to the lucky winner when the time comes. Take care. Till the next one. Bye.